Good morning, you guys. I am going to try my best at vlogging today.
You in the past, I'm in the future. You mad, they don't salute you. I need a bag.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Keela Trishawn and I make videos on lifestyle, insurance, and mental health. I also do vlogs, day in the life with a toddler, day in the life in the insurance industry, all the things. So if that's something that interests you, go on ahead and click on that subscribe button below. Be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and thank you for your support. Okay, so I just got through dropping off baby at school. I have a meeting. I've told you guys before that like on Wednesdays, we have these like weekly huddles with our like teams. So I'm headed home to like get set up and all that stuff for that. And then right after that, I have an inspection. So yeah, that's why I'm actually like dressed right now. Cause normally, like if I'm just working from home, I won't even throw on makeup a lot of times when I'm going to go take him unless I'm like filming. But yeah, I was like, let me just get dressed so I'm not like pressed for time later. But on this little drive home, let me just kind of tell y'all what's going on this week. So my husband and I, our anniversary, our 2-year anniversary is on Friday. So he and I are both taking Friday and Monday off. So today is like my Thursday. I'm very excited because work has been extremely stressful. I'll be talking about that a little bit more like kind of throughout the video. But basically I'm like at a crossroads. Like I don't know if I want to continue doing this job for like long term, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's kind of like the stress level is just, it's like out of control. Like just to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight, there's been a lot of turnover, like a lot of turnover in the last like couple of months, ever since like the whole system situation. People have been leaving or getting terminated. And then obviously when people leave, the people that are left get that workload. So it's like not only are you dealing with your own workload, but then you're dealing with, you know, the workloads of people that have left. Things might be in disarray and then you're having to figure out what's going on with that. Also, I've told you guys in previous videos that I am training new hires, and basically my issue right now is I don't feel like I'm getting enough time off of claims to like offload my desk before I start training the new employees. So we have a team that will like kind of back us up and like, you know, look over our desk while we're in the field. The issue is that they can only do so much. Like they can't do like the big things that we need, like review supplements or, you know, address like serious problems. Like there's certain things that the adjuster has to address. So it almost like puts us in a position where we're having to like train somebody during the day and then you're like addressing fires, you know, in like your off time or you know, after you get done with the new hire. So for me, I'm looking at it like it's really no benefit for me to be training. I'm kind of just helping y'all for free. And I've told y'all before, we don't work for free. The whole reason why I agreed to do it is because the way it was explained to me is it would look great on my resume, which it will, you know, looks great on the resume. And then also it'll like kind of help once reviews come around and they look at like everything you've done for the year and all that stuff. Like it does help with that, they say. But I guess the verdict is still out. This is my first year with the company. So I'm going to see if the raise is actually worth it, if the bonus is actually worth it. You know, like pretty much am I doing all this stuff? Am I stressing myself out for nothing? You know, because I'm big on that. Like if I, you know, stick around and see that I'm stressing myself out for nothing, then a real one will be exiting stage left with the quickness. So yeah, that's where we're at. But anyways, today I am just going to, you know, I'm just going to get through the day. Like last night I had to do some cardio because I didn't want to be drinking and stuff during the week. So I had to do some cardio to kind of, you know, combat some of the stress that I had. So that worked out. Coworkers are stressed out. It's crazy. We just have venting sessions like daily. So yeah, when I log in, I'll see kind of what I have to do for the day. But like the main thing is like getting that inspection out of the way. It is a landlord property. There was like some type of leak in the upstairs unit. So there's damages to both units. So I'll be inspecting 2 places. Hopefully it won't take me too long. There's like a meeting also that's like during the time I set this inspection, and I didn't realize that it was mandatory. But honestly, I don't even care. Excuse me. Well, mandatory if you're under a year. I really don't even care, to be honest. Like I told my manager pretty much that I have this inspection set up. So I'm like, I mean, unless y'all want me to change the inspection, you know, I gotta go. But like it's their fault for loading me up with work. So whatever they talking about, I really don't care about. But anyways, let me stop. I will talk to you guys in a little bit. What's up, you guys? So I'm back home. I had some trouble logging in this morning. So that's what I've been doing. I've been home like for the last probably 20 to 30 minutes. And just logging on to, get some stuff taken care of. I immediately got annoyed because I think I was telling you guys in the car about like the reassignments that we get. So I got like a couple of like stupid ass reassignments. One of them it's talking about obtaining a failed part for subrogation. So just to kind of let you know what subrogation is, it's basically the department that tries to go after the responsible party for damages. So in this case, I guess, I'm assuming it's a pipe that failed or something. So it was assigned to someone else, and my guess is that that person either isn't here anymore or whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the notes. The person isn't here anymore. This is when the people got terminated. Anywho, so they're sending this to me to get this part. It's in a different like area of town that I'm not going to drive to get a part. Like, y'all need to figure this out. So it's just like stupid stuff like this. Like, forgive me if I'm sounding a little combative this morning. I'm sick of their shit, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm over it. I feel like they are doing the most with the people that are still here. Like, we're getting all the bullshit ass claims. We're getting all the problems. There's like no direction. And here's the thing, although I know what to do, it's like I'm still a relatively new employee. I still have not been here for over a year, and they're treating me like I'm just a veteran at this company. So it's a lot of, having to kind of go around and like figure out, what to do, what the right way to do things is. And that takes time on top of the claims that we already have. And it's like, we voiced our frustrations. We have said, this is an issue, and no one's listening. Like, no one is listening. So I think that like, I can say for me, like, I'm at my wit's end, and I'm just trying to figure out the next move. Like, am I going to stick it out, or am I going to just fucking leave? Because like, you're not about to keep taking advantage. That's what you're not going to do. I'm not about to keep doing everybody's work. So yeah, so that's where we at. So I'm just right now going through my workload just to see like what still needs to be addressed, all that good stuff. And just setting up, because the meeting is in like 20 minutes. So just setting up for that, to make sure that we are good to go. And that's that on that. But I'll be back to kind of talk to you guys about like that next inspection, and then what I'm doing for like the rest of the day. Because again, today is my Thursday. So I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done between today and tomorrow. Also have an inspection tomorrow. Trying to get a lot of stuff done between today and tomorrow, so things aren't just sitting like while I'm out for a couple of days. Because even though somebody's gonna be working my desk, like, they can't handle the fire. So I want to make sure there are no fires while I'm on vacation. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey y'all. So I just got out of my team meeting about like 10 minutes ago, and during that time I got like all these missed calls. Of course y'all will call when I'm not available. But anyways, got all these missed calls, and a lot of them. Speaking of, hold on one second. No problem. So I left a voicemail for you, just saying that I would address all of those things once I get back in the office today. Hi, good, thank you. How are you? Good. I got your missed calls. I was actually in a meeting. I'm assuming, are you returning my call from yesterday? All right, you guys. So before I was interrupted by those calls, which I'm actually glad that I got taken care of now before I get out into the field. But basically, we had a meeting, and we were just kind of talking about just different things that are going on in the department. We were talking about workloads. We were talking about, there's like a meeting that we're supposed to be having. Like, I think I talked to you guys a little bit about that in the car today. There's a meeting that they're starting. It's like a 30-minute situation, but they're trying to do it monthly. And it's supposed to be like a quality assurance type situation where we can kind of speak to our peers about like things that, could use some work, things that are going well, things like that. I got loaded up with inspections, and then also I got, some other work. So I wasn't super, I guess, attentive to the fact that we needed to like be there. And my thing is like, you can't like give me all this work and then plan a meeting and then go, oh, you can't go inspect during this time. Like, no, I'm gonna go inspect, because when else am I gonna do it? So that's where I'm at, y'all. But anyways, I'm gonna stop complaining as much. I'm lying. I'm gonna stop complaining for now and just going ahead and get ready to leave. It is I told the people I'd be there between between 11 and 12, and it's about 10:30 right now. It's gonna take me about like 30 or 45 minutes to get there. So about to just go put on some lipstick or something and pack up my stuff and get on out of here. So I'll talk to you guys when I get back. What's up, you guys? So today is Thursday. Today is my Friday. Thank the Lord. I am beat. And I was not able to come back yesterday after my inspection. I got to tell y'all about that later. That lady she was very nice, but let's just say I got super caught up. I was there for way longer than I need to be. But I am getting the baby's breakfast together right now, and I'm about to pack his little lunch, like pretty much our little normal morning routine, because I do have an early inspection. So I'm just going to get him together. We're actually running a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good. Doesn't always happen. So try to get him together quickly, because I want to get him to school and then head straight to that inspection. And after that, I'll be coming home to like finish the rest of my work for the day. So I'll get with you guys in a little bit. I just wanted to like pop in and like say hello, because I wasn't able to come back yesterday. I do see this car.
You see this car over? You see this minivan?
I see the minivan. It's so many minivans. Oh my God.
You
So much
see
stuff
that
going on.
truck?
You said what? Huh?
That truck.
Yeah, that is a truck. That's a truck. Are you excited about school?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna have fun today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Burn the color.
Say mommy's gonna have a good day at work.
Mom gonna have good day at work.
Say daddy's gonna have a good day at work.
Daddy gonna have good day at work.
And say baby's gonna have a good day at school.
Say baby gonna have good day at school.
Yes. Yes, we gotta speak positive. Very positive, okay?
Possible.
Possible.
Possible go to school.
It's possible to go to school. You're right. It is possible. All right. Hey. So just dropped off the baby at school. I was looking at my ETA to my inspection. I thought I could just simply go straight from taking him to school to going to the inspection, but I'm going to get there like 35 minutes early, which is crazy. So I'm actually going to stop home real quick because a real one has to pee, and I don't feel like stopping at like a Starbucks or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and just go home since I'm like 10 minutes away. And then I am going to head back out, like right back out to the inspection. But anyway, let me tell y'all what happened yesterday while I am driving home. So long story short, I had the inspection. I got there like close to the top of the hour. I think I told you guys that it was like, I told them I'd be there between like 11 and 12. So I get there maybe like 11:15ish. And it was 2 units that I had to inspect. There was like a pipe break upstairs. And so it damaged like the flooring upstairs, like carpet. And then the lower unit took the brunt of the damage. So I went to the lower unit first, did my inspection, got my measurements and photos, whatever. The tenant was there. She was really nice. Like, you know, she works from home. Cool, whatever. So I was in and out of her house in probably like maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Like, it wasn't that long at all. And this is including me talking to the emergency services vendor that was there, that was headed out to go to lunch. They were just kind of briefing me on what was going on. So I go upstairs, and that tenant, she had like the least amount of damage. So basically they were able to dry out her carpet. Like, it was badly stained, so it needs to be changed, but you know, they were pretty much able to like dry that out, and she was good to go. So I get up there, take my measurements and stuff inside of her house, and take my photos. That was all of like maybe 15 minutes, because it was just pretty much like the living room, there was like a den that were like connected, and then her bedroom and hallway. So it wasn't like a lot to, you know, to capture. So anyway, this lady is really nice, but she's like going into like just telling me about the landlords, how they're slumlords, and you know, just some different issues that she's had since living there. Which, whatever, like I don't mind making conversation while I'm there, but like even when I was done, she was just telling me about all kind of stuff. And let's just say it got very personal, like her telling me about just like an ex-boyfriend and you know what she does for a living, her parents. It was a lot. So when things like that happen, sometimes it's like I want to rush out because, like, you know, I'm not a counselor, but at the same time, sometimes I kind of slow down, because I'm like, if you're sharing all this information with me and if you're talking to me about like certain issues, then either you just simply don't have anybody to talk to, or you just got to get it out. So I was like trying to be patient, whatever. So I stayed, you know, a little bit longer, but then I'm looking at the time, and I was there like maybe an hour past when I got finished. So I ended up having to like cut it short because I was like, look, you know, it was nice talking to you, it was nice meeting you, but I got a job to do, you know, I gotta go. I told you guys before, this is a short week for me. So, you know, I needed to like get a couple of things like reviewed. I needed to go pick up my son. Like, it was a lot happening. So she ended up understanding, but she was one of those people where I'm telling her I gotta go and she's still talking. So yeah, it was like that. So basically I finally get out of there, and this place wasn't like super far from my brother's house. So I just went over there and put in my little inspection notes, uploaded my pictures and stuff, because I'm like trying to drive home right now. I'm essentially going to get home and I'm going to be there for 2 seconds and I'm gonna have to go pick up my son. So I was like, I may as well just like try to park somewhere. And thank God he lived in the area, so I didn't have to like go to a, you know, like a coffee shop or something. So I was able to get my notes done, get all that stuff done for that claim. And then I took him back with me to like the area where I live, because he needed to get on the train like not far from my house. So yeah, it was a lot going on yesterday. And then by the time I got home, baby was pissed because his nana was at her sister's house, like as if she's not allowed to have a life outside of being his grandma. So she was like, oh, I'll hit you up when I get home. So he was mad that we couldn't go straight to Nana's house. So I had to deal with that tantrum. So I kind of worked like maybe an hour and a half past what I would normally work, almost 2 hours. Just to like get some things straight, because it was like one supplement that I wanted to get out before today, because I have like a couple others to review today, so I didn't want to be super bogged down. So yeah, it was a lot, y'all. But good thing was I was able to get through like a lot of the important things. I think I am setting myself up well for the days I'm going to be out. Like, luckily I'm not going to be gone a long time. It's just like 2 business days. So I think people should be able to handle it. And then I have a coworker that is willing to like jump in basically if like something needs to be handled by an adjuster and not our backup team. So yeah, that'll work out fine. But I'm just going to let like my customers know, like the ones that, you know, I know are for sure going to call. I'll let them know like, hey, I'm going to be out Friday and Monday. So if you need something, if you need something serious, then you need to tell me today, or else you ain't gonna get it until Tuesday. So yeah, anyways, I am going to like I said, stop home, head right back out, and then I'll get with you guys after I get done with that inspection. Well, hello. So I just got back from my inspection, and it actually wasn't that bad. So there was a PA, public adjuster, on this claim. But it's a public adjuster that I've worked with before. He's actually like pretty cool. So, you know, wasn't like a major situation. I am starving. So as soon as I walked in the door, I put on some food. I was going to stop and grab something, but I'm like, you know what? I do have food at home. And I've been taking advantage of like, you know, picking up stuff on the way home. So I'm like, I need to stop that, because I did buy groceries and I have not cooked one time this week. So that is a problem. But anyways, so I wanted to give y'all a pro tip. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. And if you are a field adjuster, it's probably going to sound like a broken record. But let me just say, oh, and excuse my nails, by the way, if you can see them. I took them off yesterday and they look really horrid. But, you know, it's just a part of life. I'm going to go get them done tomorrow. But anyway, so part of being a field adjuster is writing like estimates, whatever. Like, you're determining coverage. You go out there to see if there is coverage, and you know, write an estimate if there is. So one thing that adjusters will do sometimes, like when they get really busy, I'm guilty of it, I've definitely been in that position before, is they will get to working on other things and like not write their estimate on site. And when I say on site, I mean like right away. So typically they'll want you to kind of like write your estimate while you're at the person's house, or go to a coffee shop, or, you know, write it in your car. I typically will come home, especially if it's like close enough to my house, so I can set up my double screen and all that. But that's some of the best advice, honestly, is to do your like coverage note, do your like upload your pictures, write your estimate, like your undisputed estimate, write that right away, because like you're going to get busy, things happen, and before you know it, it's going to be time to pay this customer. They're going to be done with emergency services, and they're going to need help with the contractor. Or, you know, if they don't need help with the contractor, then they'll have a contractor that's like ready to start. So, and it's always at the most inopportune times when they hit you up like, oh, what's going on? And you're just like, shit, I don't know what's going on. So best practice is to do all of that up front. And that's what we call front loading the claim. You want to make sure that you do all you can when you like first get out there to like move the claim forward. And then it also like will keep those calls at bay. Like, you don't want people blowing you up all the time. So I am doing that right now while I'm making my food. So I am about to like write a little estimate. They need a contractor, so I'm going to send someone out there like after I get the estimate written, and then I am going to start working on my other activities. So yeah, best practice, write that estimate right away. But yeah, let me go ahead and do some work. because I have actually a pretty decent amount to do. And then I'm going to check back in with you guys like in a little bit once I get to like a decent place to stop. All right, you guys, so it's been about an hour and a half or so since we last spoke. Basically, I got through that claim that I was telling you guys I went to inspect earlier. I put all the notes in that file and sent out a contractor referral on that one. The PA said that he wanted to confirm some damages, so I told him for sure I'll go ahead and send somebody out. Then I have a lady that she was a transferred claim from a gentleman that was on, he was on leave for, I think he had a baby. So he was on leave for a little bit. I think he's back now, but I'm not gonna like send the claim back to him because it sounds like this lady's been waiting. And honestly, I just don't want to be an a-hole because she already kind of was saying that like he hadn't returned her call and stuff. So what she's asking for isn't like too crazy. So I think I am just gonna handle it. This is just like me trying to be a decent coworker because like technically since he's back, he can handle his own shit. But you know, I did take it over like a few weeks ago, and I guess she was still trying to reach out to him on something. Like basically when I got it, they told me to review like some emergency services payments, which I did and we were done with. But I guess she had something else that she wants to get reviewed, and she was reaching out to him and he wasn't responding. But I think this is when he was on like leave or whatever. So anywho, I'm just gonna go ahead and handle what she's asking for because it's not that big of a deal, and then get that one closed back out again. And then I'm going to work through a couple of supplements that I have. So I have like 2 that I need to like really get out today if I can help it. One of them, I'm waiting for a vendor to finalize their document. And I've been asking since like Monday and I haven't gotten a response back from them. So hopefully I'll get something back from them today before I log out. We can get that taken care of. And that's about it. My phone's ringing, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that. And then I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Who's this? Okay, got it. So you said that your place is still what? I remember your claim. I know I came there earlier this week. So quick side note. So I have a couple of customers that are like calling me daily for stupid shit. Like I'm telling them how the process works and then they're calling me still like to tell me what's going on. So that guy, so we have a department that reviews like water mitigation, pretty much any type of like mitigation. We have a department that like reviews those things. So I basically extend the coverage and then they go through that department for any like approvals on like removing materials, if they need to set the dryers a little bit longer, things like that. So I literally told this guy this when I was on site earlier this week. I told him this the last time we spoke, like 2 days ago. Then today he's calling me. And what irritated me, so he calls and it's like, we're not friends. So you need to say who it is before you just start talking. So he calls and he says, it's still wet. And I'm like, who is this? Like, I know who it is, but stop doing that. Because this is like the 3rd time he's did that. We're not cool. We're not friends. I'm your adjuster. So he's like, oh, you know, it's still wet and they're here and they're, you know, setting up the machines. And it's like, I can't help you with that. I am not the water mitigation adjuster. Like, that's not my forte. You're wasting my time. Then he's talking about getting a contractor and you're like, oh, the contractor can't come yet. I know, because you're not done with those services. Like I literally explained this all to you and I sent it to him in writing. I make sure I follow up in writing with these things. So it's like, you wasting my time just to chat. He's like, I'm gonna call you every day. Well, I ain't gonna be in the office tomorrow on Monday. So you're gonna be talking to yourself, bro. These people are irritating as hell. He's like, oh, what's your favorite customer? Clearly being sarcastic because you're not my favorite customer. All y'all be annoying. But anyways, let me stop. I'm trying to find the information for the backup person that's going to be assisting me while I'm out of the office. I want to go ahead and set my away message now. Not like, you know, now, but then I wanted to like go on at like 4:30 because that's the time I'm normally at the office. I don't know if I'm going to work past 4:30 today. I likely might do like till 5 or 5:30, but I at least want that away message to be on so people know to leave me the hell alone. And then I can't set the away message on my phone until 4:30, so there's that. But anyways, quick little annoyance. I'm going to tell you guys some more stuff in a little bit, but I need to find this information for this person because if I don't have somebody that's backing me up, then I need to let my manager know. So yeah, let me do that. I'll be back. Hey y'all, so I'm taking a quick little break because I wanted to just kind of discuss a little bit of what's going on. I know I've been sounding like just over it the last couple of days, and to be completely real with you, I am. It has been like so crazy at work. Like my coworkers are feeling it, the managers are clearly feeling it, and basically we just feel like we're not heard. And this is not my first rodeo. Like I've been in situations like this before where, the workload gets crazy and you express that the workload is crazy. And the company's like, oh, okay, pretty much like they kind of ignore you and gaslight you. And then stuff starts to get real when people start leaving or, quitting, whatever. So I think we're kind of in that situation right now where people are like, yeah, I'm done with this. This workload is just too much. So basically the reason why I just feel so like overwhelmed right now, and I kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, but it's just like the amount of people leaving is like more than the amount of people we have coming in. So we're getting like all these like reassigned claims from people that have left, and we are getting just like other activities on top of it. And then they want us to like, adhere to a certain standard of work. And here's my thing, like I'm good with adhering to standards and all that stuff. Like I think that you do have to have certain standards when you have a company in order for the company to run. But it's like the standards are typically based on like a reasonable amount of work. And right now we're getting an unreasonable amount of work. So I'm just at a point where I'm like, yeah, I got to make some moves. I'm almost at my year with this company and I am trying to stick it out. I have about like another month and a half or so before I'm at that year. So I'm going to stick it out. Like I'm not the type of person to like quit without having another job. That's not really how I get down. So I'm gonna stick it out, but I'm really looking for other positions where I wouldn't have to deal with this type of stuff. Like I don't mind, like I've said before, I don't mind doing insurance. I actually enjoy working in the insurance industry. I like the schedule and that, but then it's like the politics and working with claims, that kind of being a go-between with the customers and then with your higher ups and stuff. It's like I'm trying to please the customer, I'm trying to adhere to the policy, and then I gotta make it make sense to my managers. Like I'm tired of all that shit. So I'm really looking for like auditor positions. I've been told to look into underwriting. So I mentioned that before. I'm looking in SIU, just something where I'm not dealing with customers in this capacity. I'm just over it. And I guess like, I look at the job boards, right? And it is a lot of like claims adjuster positions, because if I'm going to be honest, it's a tough job. Like I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to grow as an adjuster. I think I do a pretty good job as an adjuster just because I've been doing it for so long. I've learned from my mistakes and now I basically have a routine. But at this point in my life, like, do I really want to work like this hard all the time? Like it's times where I'm like dead tired, and it's okay to be tired. It's okay to like, let your body rest. But I feel like sometimes the amount of work I'm doing at work is getting in the way of like my personal life. Like even with filming, I typically was like filming every Sunday, like clockwork. And I haven't really been filming on Sundays like that. Like I film here and there, but I've been doing like, obviously I get you guys a video, like I'll do vlogs and stuff like that. It just so happens that the vlogs do really well on my channel. So it's perfect to do those. But then like, I want to get back to, doing my sit down videos and stuff, but I'll be so tired after my week that like, I really just need like Saturday and Sunday to decompress. Then on top of that, I've been working, some of these weekends, which I really don't like to do, but like the workload is just so crazy. Then also I'm training somebody else. I think I was telling you guys like in a couple of weeks. So it's a lot going on. So I'm trying to just hang in there, and I have like vacation coming up, not just like the vacation I'm taking tomorrow and Monday, but I also have like a few days in November, and I also have a few days in December. And also we're coming upon holiday season. So that's just like built-in days off that we get. So I think like I've made it this far. So that's why I'm saying like, I'm going to hang in there. It's only a month and a half. And then we're literally in holiday season, or about to be in holiday season. So it wouldn't even make sense for me to like try to jump ship right now. But I'm kind of at a crossroads. Like, do I stick around until you know, the beginning of the year when we would be getting like bonuses and raises. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth my mental health, or do I just try to find something else like now, you know? So that's where I'm at. And, you know, I don't want to be negative or anything, but I do want to keep you guys informed, and I want to tell you guys the real. Like, although this job, like the positives of it, the company car that I can use to, like, to take my son to school, that I can use to run errands and stuff like that. It's giving me, like, I still have to pay for the car. It's not like it's free, but it's cheaper than what it would be if I was, you know, leasing or buying a car right now. I don't have to pay for maintenance. I don't have to pay for gas, you know, so that is a perk. The freedom, you know, like I am able to take my son to school. I'm able to pick him up from school. So that is a blessing. Like, I cannot put a price on that. That's a blessing. So like, that is cool. And then I guess like my immediate manager is really cool, and he's very understanding, and he helps out when he can. So it's like, while the job is very stressful, at least I don't have like an asshole manager, because that can make things like even worse. So I do try to count my blessings and look at the positive things, but the real is that I'm not gonna be able to do this for much longer. Like, not at my age, not even like I'm old. It's just like, I've been in the workforce, like I've told y'all, for over 20 years. I am tired of kissing people's asses, and not like because I want to, but you know, like in customer service, you have to like essentially treat the customer like royalty to a certain extent, you know? I'm tired of that. Like, I don't have the temperament for it anymore. And I just don't like it. It just doesn't fulfill me anymore. It's not like, it's not something that I want to do. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know where I was at and why I've been, I guess, a little bit negative, you know, over these last couple of days. I don't mean to be, but I just want to keep it all the way 100 with you and tell you guys exactly how I'm feeling. I am not going to sugarcoat that I'm hating this shit right now. I really am. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not the best, you know? So y'all pray for me, sending me some positive vibes. And I will pray for you guys too, because I know I'm not the only one in this position. Like I said, my colleagues feel like this. And sometimes you guys will comment on my videos talking about how difficult of a time you're having and like tips to get through. And I try to give you guys all the tips that work for me, but like, you know, I'm also going through it with you in real time. So, you know, I'm here for y'all. But anyways, let me go and do a couple more things. I do need to review like this one supplement. I told the lady I'd have it reviewed by the end of the day. So I'm going to get that one done today. There's a couple others where I don't necessarily have a timeline, but I prefer to get them done today, so it's not like looming over me when I get back. So yeah, I'm going to work on a couple of those things, and then I'll be back after I get my lunch. I just ordered a salad. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey you guys, so I am back. I gotta go get the baby in about like 45 minutes. So I'm trying to get done with as much as I possibly can, because it's pretty much like close to the end of the day. It's about 2:24. So I am finishing up a supplement that I was working on. So that's good. I got that one done. I'm just now preparing the paperwork to send her this email, tell her the payment's on the way, and you know, move on with my life. Then there are like two other ones, which aren't like, they're not super pressing for today, but like I was saying earlier, I want to get them done today. I feel like because of the time, I might only be able to get through one. We'll see. It just kind of depends on how extensive they are, because they're both like our vendors asking for supplements, so that's a good thing. I have more of a chance of getting those approved. So yeah, we'll see. But anyways, I just wanted to check back in and let you guys know what I was doing. So because I'm going to be out of the office, I'm just making sure to I set up my out of office for my email. I'm going to set up my out of office for my phone around 4:30, because that's what time I normally log out. So I'll set that up so anybody that calls will know. And then I'm just trying to tie up some loose ends. So I'm going through like emails that I didn't have a chance to respond to earlier to make sure that I respond to every email that I got while I was in the office. I'm pretty good at like responding relatively quickly. So that's actually one of my strong points. So I'm just going through making sure that I have addressed all those things, especially like ones I've gotten today and like this week. I don't want to leave any stone unturned. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm also being careful as I'm setting up my activities for next week. I'm being careful not to set too many for the Tuesday I come back. last thing you want to do is like set all of your updates for those days or that day, because you're going to be probably swamped because you're going to have emails and voicemails that were left in your absence. So you just want to make sure that you don't put anything like extra on your plate that you likely won't be able to handle. Although we can set like up to 15 activities on a page, I'm trying to like not have any more than like 10 things that I'm addressing that I actually set for myself, because I know things are going to come in when I am on vacation. Like I had said before in that video that I did, like getting my life together after vacation, I know things are going to come in. So I just want to leave myself some breathing room. But the major things, that's what I want to address today. There is one PA claim where I'm waiting for a vendor to give me their inspection notes. Reach out to them because they hadn't responded to me Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It's always a helicopter plane over here. But they hadn't responded to any of my messages. So I had to email this guy directly like, hey, what's going on? This is a PA claim. I need you to get back to me because, you know, they start to get antsy. So he said that he just got his inspection report back today and he is going to read through it and then send it over to me as soon as he can. So there's that. So yeah, things are moving. There's a couple things that like they need to be closed out, but I'm just not going to have time to like go through them today. And they're not like there are things that have been kind of sitting, but it's not like the end of the world if I don't do it today. That makes sense. So yeah, it's like, is something going on? I need to check my little app and see, you know, if something's happening, because it sounds like they are really low. But anyway, I just want to check in with you guys. I will do like another final check-in once I'm done for the day. Like I said, I'm going to go grab the baby, take him to his Nana's house, and then I will be back to kind of like close out the day and just work on a couple more activities. I don't want to do too much OT today. I technically have like 2 hours left in my workday, but just because I know I'm going to be out, I'm likely going to do like an hour over. So yeah, I'll be back. Hey y'all, so before I forget to close out the vlog like I said I was, let me just brief you on what happened since I last saw you guys. So I went to go pick up the baby, took him to his Nana. So that was cool. Now I'm just working on just a couple like housekeeping items, moving my activities to next week when I'll be able to do them, and letting my backup person know like just anything that I need him to address in my absence. It's not really much, again, because I'm only going to be gone Friday and Monday. So I don't need much. Like the things that I would need done, he can't do. So I'm just saving them for myself for next week. Like the supplements I didn't get to, there's like 2 that I didn't get to. So I'm not tripping because they weren't like super pressing right now. But the other 2 that I did work on, those were pressing. So I'm glad I got those out of the way. And then it's just a couple follow-ups. I just set my away voicemail. So I'm very excited about that. That's how you know it's the end of the day, because I was able to set that child. So yeah, that's basically it. But I got some good news actually, which I will share in an upcoming video. It's a good professional situation. So it's basically like all this hard work and all this stress is not being like not noticed essentially. So I got a really nice note from my manager about like some good things to come. So once like everything is set in stone, I will share that with you guys. I just don't like to speak about things before they happen, but I did want to let you know that there is some light at the end of the tunnel for me. Because again, I was stressed out most of this video, but one of my coworkers kind of went to my manager and let him know. I mean, not that he didn't know, but like she just kind of was like, look, it's a little rough around here. And he took that as an opportunity to bring some things to his manager. And they've kind of given us some feedback on what they plan to do. And then again, just for me specifically, there are some good things coming regarding my position. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely go on ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really, truly helps with the YouTube algorithm. I do want to take an opportunity to thank all of you guys for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for just the overall engagement. It really does make this all the more fun. I did it for free for a long time and I would continue to do it for free. But it really does help, like just, you know, having the feedback from you guys letting us know that, or you guys letting me know, should I say, that the videos help, that you like to see the day in the lives. Like it really, truly means a lot. So if you haven't already subscribed and you made it this far, definitely go on ahead and click that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And with that being said, you guys have an amazing day and I will see you next time.
You mad, they don't salute you. I need a bag, size is super. They turned your back, it's like I never knew you. Leave that